Hello, my friends. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and today we are going to be looking at the Hogwarts Castle, the Great Hall. So this is one of the builds that they have made for the castle, isolating just the Great Hall. And my friends, when I saw this set, I said, "Wow, that's a really big set." And so I figured I'm going to pick this up and we're going to build it and we're going to review it. So that's what we're doing right now. So this set here, as I'm releasing it, it is the long weekend of Labor Day, and Harry Potter starts school usually in September. And so I figured, hey, the Great Hall is perfect for that because one of the most iconic scenes they have for the Great Hall is in the first movie when they first arrive at the castle and they go to the Great Hall to get sorted. So let's have a look at this cool set. So I'm going to bring out the box art first so we can kind of review what comes with this set. And then we're going to take a good look at it as well. So the set comes with, I believe, 10 minifigures. We got the, sorry, let me just take a look here. We got the Mountain Troll here. We got Albus Dumbledore. We got Professor Quirrell. We got Professor Vector. I'm not too familiar with Professor Vector. We got Harry Potter. We got Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger. We have Leanne. I'm not too familiar with Leanne, but she looks like she's part of Slytherin. We got Daphne Greengrass. I guess she's part of Ravenclaw. Oh no, Leanne's part of Hufflepuff. Sorry, and that's I think that's green. So maybe she's Slytherin. Yes, she's Slytherin. And then we have a Terry Boot, and I guess he's Ravenclaw. And then we got a Fat Friar. I'm not too familiar with a Fat Friar either, but these are the minifigures that are included in this set. And you can see in the box art, you can see they're on a green mat there, and they're outside the castle battling the mountain troll. But obviously, that doesn't actually happen in the actual movie. They fight him in the bathroom. So let's bring this around and kind of see. So you can see that there is some things that you can pull out of there. The bathroom is one of them. Looks like there's 5 random portraits. And then there's a Hufflepuff common room as well, and some kind of corridor. And then we can see the flag. So I think that's it. This doesn't really show how big this thing is. I believe it's about 17-ish inches in width, and top to the top of the castle is about 16 inches. So you can see it's quite big. All right, so this is the size of my hand next to it. So it's a very big build. It's not a small build. This set is 76435 and it has 1,732 pieces. So it's not a small set by any stretch of the imagination. You can see on the outside of the thing, of the castle, we got the gray stone. We got some trees and plant trees around there. And then we get the actual castle itself. There we see the friar right there. He's like one of the ghosts. Um, I don't know why they didn't include Headless Nick instead of the friar. He's kind of more, known than the friar. Inside, we have this Professor Vector again. And so we have Professor Vector. Let's pull her out. Again, I'm not too familiar with Professor Vector. I don't remember what she teaches. She might have been in the first scene of the movie, but I have no idea. I don't think I ever saw them in their class. She looks got her frumpy face, and that's her smiley face. So that's a pretty neat head thing with the hair. So that's pretty good. So we'll pop her down here. You can see outside there's the staircase leading up to the Great Hall. And on the bottom you can see there's trees and rock formations again. We can see doors leading into the Great Hall. So let me see. It's probably easier for me to open it from the inside, I think. Well, maybe I have to push it in. Maybe they don't open. I can't remember. Inside we got pedals in there. Let me see why they're not opening, or is it not pushing hard enough? Okay, so the frame is preventing from opening. So I guess these don't open. If I'm looking at the way they're in, the inside of that frame will prevent it from opening. Then we can see that on the inside of the Great Hall, which is the main event, that is where I place most of the minifigures. You can see up there, there is a ruby up there. I don't know if that is the Philosopher's Stone or not. It kind of looks like it might be. And then we can see that we have the H for Hogwarts, I assume. And you can see the floating candles up there and the flags for each of the houses. So we got Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, and Ravenclaw over there in that order. And then we have our students sitting there, and we have Dumbledore over here. Okay, so let's have a look at these characters. I'm going to just drop the camera down a little bit so we can see this version of it. I guess what I would like to have seen is a little bit more of the professors in this book, especially the ones sitting at the head table during the sorting part of it. And I do not see the sorting hat, so that's kind of interesting they didn't include that. But anyways, here's Professor Quirrell. He's got kind of a tongue sticking out there, or a weird grin there. He's got his mean Voldemort face type thing on that side. So when he's attacking Harry Potter towards the end of the movie, so we have that in his turban going on there. So I like this minifigure. It looks like Quirrell. Over here, we have that random student from, this is definitely Slytherin. And her name again was Daphne Greengrass. Daphne Greengrass. Okay. So again, she's, I think, first year because she's got really short legs there. And she's got upset face and happy face. Very good. I have her back over here. We have this student here, which is Terry Boot. Again, not familiar with Terry Boot. He's got a kind of a worrisome face there, happy face there. And yeah, he is part of Ravenclaw. So again, I don't know too much about these characters, so I guess it's nice that they included it in this set because they're probably not in any other set as far as I would imagine. Here we got our friend Ron Weasley. So he's, of course, well known because one of the main characters. And this looks like he's either first or second year because he's got the short legs, upset face, happy face. All right, let's put him back. And, ooh, this must be Harry. We got Harry in his uniform. Harry's got this nice smile on. And here he's got his frightened face on. Let's put that back on here. And then we got Dumbledore over here. Dumbledore's got his wand. He's got his beard there. He's got a happy face over there and more of a stern face over here. Pop that back on. And yeah, as I said, I don't see the sorting hat anywhere. You can see the door from the other side there and the windows there. We got lots of windows. So that's very nice. On the outside, you can see the outside of the windows and this kind of balcony going on here. And that leads back to the balcony leading down this corridor, this tower here. And let's go ahead and look at the remaining of the castle. So underneath is the basement of the castle. So I'm going to drop that down. And here we see the troll. This is the mountain troll that attacks Hermione. So we can actually take this build out. And that's where Hermione is hiding. I'm going to drop that down there. And let's drop this down a bit more, can we? Yeah. Okay. So we got the mountain troll. We can have Harry. We can have the mountain troll over here. We can have Harry and Ron come down to rescue Hermione, who's stuck in the washroom there. He can even stick the wand up his nose if we want. I think that's actually Ron's wand that goes up the nose. But here is Hermione. She's stuck in the washroom. You can see in the washroom there's a little toilet in there. All right, and there's a sink, and I think that's just a mirror, and no other sink there. Okay, so let's have a look at Hermione since we did so with the other characters. I like the hair on this one. Very good printing. Good school uniform on, and again, this is first year with the troll attack. Okay. So you got the worry face when she's getting attacked by the troll, and her happy face when she's doing her schoolwork and solving puzzles. So that's where Hermione is. So there you go. And again, I put her in the toilet because that's where the attack scene is, but you can certainly have them any which way you want. And the troll. Ooh, we're gonna move around back here just so that the troll has some place to go. So that is the troll. You can see back in the back of it, you can see there is some detail. There's some candles back there. I do not know where that would possibly lead to, but on the other side is the outside. And yeah, again, there's the brick there. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think this leads to anything particular or would have led to anything particular. It's this is where the washroom comes out of. So we're going to slide the washroom back in, and then we're going to take a look at the next part. This is just a corridor. This part here, let's pull that centered. This part here, I just pulled it out. It's just a corridor. And in the back there is nothing fancy. It's just part of the, I guess, part of the corridor. And I guess you could do some fancy battles here if you wanted. You can see there's portraits here. No idea who that is or that. And apparently, of the random ones, I got two of the same. And then I got this guy, which I think is Gryffindor. All right, so those are the portraits I got there. And then we're going to put this back in. Lastly, we have the Hufflepuff common room. So the Hufflepuff common room also slides out, and we got someone up there. I hope it's from Hufflepuff because otherwise I don't know. We got this kind of scribble over here. I don't know, like just some. We got a quill and something that they're writing on. We got a ice cream or cupcake of some sort, and this common room can open up so you can have them all hang out there. I don't have any other Hufflepuffs other than the one that came in this box, and her name was Leanne, no last name. So let's have a look at Leanne. Again, I don't know too much about Leanne. I think she was more of a side character. I don't remember her much at all. And let's see, she's got a worried face and happy face there. So yeah, again, worried face, happy face. Put her back there and put her back on there. So that, my friends, and we got the fireplace over here. Sorry, the fireplace is over there. But that is, my friend, the common room. Again, the back, we got the candles in the back and a little bit of texture back there, but nothing super fancy. And again, this is just a common room of Hufflepuff. And again, this is just one part of a huge castle. I believe you can combine all the builds eventually into one giant build. So I think they just released the main tower. And so, I don't know I can't remember how exactly that connects with the Great Hall, but if you combine all that, that'll be one gigantic set. Now, obviously, we did do the Hogwarts miniature scale, but it's still big set, the really big one. And obviously, this would be bigger if we combined it all. Much, much bigger. But I'm happy with this build. This is the Great Hall. If you're a Harry Potter fan, I think you would really, really enjoy this set. It comes with a lot of minifigures. And again, some minifigures you probably will never see in any other set. Probably again, because they're so obscure. Like I can see, like again, if we pull out the list of characters they came with, I mean, the Troll and Albus are common. Professor Quirrell, that's a nice one. But this Professor Vector, I think that's pretty random. Of course, the main characters are going to be in there. But these four characters are completely random. Like, I don't see how they would be in any other set because I don't think anyone would care for them in any other set. So there's at least 5 characters in this set I don't think will be in any other set again. I would have to assume those are exclusive. I don't know about the other ones, but I think those got to be exclusive. I could be wrong, but I can't understand. I would be shocked if they were in any other set because they wouldn't make sense to put them in any other set. So, my friends, this is Chucky from Collecting for Fun. This is the Great Hall, the Hogwarts Castle Great Hall set. And again, just in time for school to start in September. So this is our last of the tribute videos for Harry Potter in the month of August. I hope you enjoyed all those videos of Harry Potter Lego as a tribute to that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the summer. And this is Chucky from Collecting for Fun. Thank you so much for watching. And please hit the subscribe button as we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. You guys take care. Bye.